Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the Arabic of the Quran series. Today we'll be doing lesson number 5, translation exercise. Let's begin. So before we move on to the actual sentences, what we have to do is memorize 3 words meanings. These 3 word meanings you're going to memorize, and then we're going to move on to the sentences and I'll show you what to do. So what are the 3 words? Talibun, student. Mudarrisun, teacher. Amilun, worker. Okay, now let's move on. Alright, the sentences are finally here. So what we are going to do is, some words in these sentences have become bold. These words, we are going to substitute them into Arabic words. And we learned the required Arabic words in the previous slide. So all we have to do is, make sure that the word that we're putting, it's in the correct form, it's having the correct gender, and it's having the correct number. And this is all going to be accomplished by the Muslimun and Muslimatun chart. Okay, so let's move on to the first sentence. The first sentence says, male teachers are the ones who motivate the male students to do better in life. Okay, male teachers. First, let's do it in English. Male teachers. What is the doer here? The male teachers are doer. Therefore, male teachers are Rafa. So we need something that's Rafa. Okay, male, which means it is from Muslimun chart. Muslimun chart, which means we need something from Muslimun chart. Next we have teachers, which is plural. So we need a word that's male, plural, and Rafa. The only one in Muslimun chart that fits this is Muslimuna. And Muslimuna means many Muslim men. So if you want to make it into many many male teachers, then what we are going to do is, we learned the word called mudarrisun. Now mudarrisun we are going to turn into Muslimuna. And how we are going to do that is, we are going to add the waw noon. So instead of mudarrisun, it will become mudarrisuna. Now this word mudarrisuna is male, it is plural, and it means teacher. So our mission is accomplished. Now let's move on to the next bold words. Male students. Okay, so again we need a word that is male and that is plural. And it has to be nasab. Why is it nasab? Because we saw over here that the ones who motivate the one who is done to, the detail, who is he motivating, who are they motivating? The male students. So this will be nasab. Great. So now what word will fit nasab? Male, plural, nasab. It's muslimina. This muslimina has to be translated into talibun, because talibun is the student. So talibun has to be made into muslimina. It has to rhyme. So talibina rhymes with muslimina. We just added yanun, that's all. Okay, so this is mudarrisuna and this is talibina. Great. Now next, a male student, a male teacher is the ultimate role model in a male student's life. Okay, a male teacher. A male teacher. First of all, we see that it's singular, and then it is that the gender is male. Therefore, we can easily just tell that it is mudarrisun. Why is it Rafa? Because it's the doer here. Is the role model, so it's the doer. So mudarrisun. In a male student's life. Again, we see apostrophe here. What does apostrophe mean? We learned this in way back. It means that this word, this entire phrase can be said in a different way. And what's a different way? The life of the male student. Life of the male student. So the male student is coming after of. And we know the special case for after of, the special form of status for after of is jar. So therefore this word has to be jar. So a male student has to be jar, which means it has to rhyme with muslimin. So what word in talibun will rhyme with muslimin? Yes, just change the tanween to kasratain and it will become talibin, and that's what we need. Next, male teachers are male workers that inspire their male students. Male. So everything is gender. The gender of everything is male. Next, For the first one, we see that it is plural. The second one also is plural, and the third one also is plural. So all we need to put is find the correct status now. We found the number, we found the gender. Now we just need a status. Great. This sentence has two parts. The first sentence is male teachers are male workers. This is enough. This is the entire sentence. But if we say male teachers are male workers that inspire their male students, then this means that that is a conjunction over here. It's acting like a conjunction. So what we are going to do is we are just focusing on the first part of the sentence now. Male teachers are male workers. Okay, over here we see that male teachers, what's the word for male teachers? Yes, you already did this here. We know the word for male teacher is mudarrisuna. And why is it Rafa? Because it's a doer. Now, this is where your brain will hurt a little bit. Male workers, male teachers are male workers. Over here, male workers will also be Rafa. You know why? Because these two people are the same thing. If they're being talked about same person, how can you talk about the same person and use a different status for them? It's not fair. So that's why this will be mudarrisuna and this will also be having the same thing. Now what will this be? This will be, we know the word for workers, amilun. Amilun is the word for workers. Now how do we make it male, plural and rafa? Of course, just add wawnun. Amiluna. Good. Amiluna. So mudarrisuna amiluna. Now we'll go to the another person. Now this is talking about another people. Male students. And this, you know what this is? It's nasab. But not just that. We see that over here there is there. And we know that possessive pronouns have a certain different thing in Arabic. So which means that they can be resentenced. This can be resaid in another word, in another way. So how will we resay this? We will say male teachers are male workers that inspire the male students of theirs. It sounds weird, but that's how it will be. The male students of theirs. And if we tell of theirs, then over here, there will be jar. And this will be nasab, just as usual. Great. Now let's go back to the fourth one. Once, two male students came to a male teacher. Okay, two male students. This all can be converted into one word if we pay attention to the Muslimani chart. Yes, it's Muslimani. So if we tell Muslimani, then we just need the word for students. Other things are already there. So the word for students is talibun. Now to change into dual, what we have to do is make it ani. And why is it rafa? Because came to. Who came? Yes, these people, the students came. So we know that this is rafa. So talibani. That's what this will be. Talibani. So once talibani came to the male teacher. Now male teacher, this is simple. We already did this over here. So it is mudarrisun. So talibani came to mudarrisun. The male teacher consulted another male worker who was sitting with him. So male teacher again mudarrisun. Why is it mudarrisun, by the way? Why is it rafa? Because consulted. Who consulted? Who is doing the action? It's mudarrisun. Consulted the other male worker. Consulted the other male worker. Which means that the male worker over here should be nasab. Correct. Why should be nasab? Because who this person consulted. The male teacher consulted. But whom did he consult? That's the question we ask. Whom did he consult? The male worker. So how do we translate male worker in one word in Arabic? Yes, amilin. Amilin. Not amilin. Amilin. No, it's not amilin. It's amilan. Sorry. It's amilan. It should be nasab. It's not jar. It's nasab. Amilan. Okay. Now the last sentence. Two male workers walked in the staff room and answered the questions correctly. Two male workers. That's the only thing we need to do. So first of all, we see that it's two, which means dual, male, gender, and then workers, plural. Plural, it's not actually plural, it's dual, because in English there's no plural here. Okay, there's no separate thing for dual in English. In Arabic there is, but nothing in English. Okay, so dual and male. And it's rafa. Why is it rafa? Because who walked? They walked, right? So what we need is a word that's rafa, dual, and male. And we know that is Muslimani. So Ayamilani walked in the staff room and answered the questions correctly. Okay, so now let's move on to the next exercise. Alright, so here are the three words that we need to do the next exercise. Tabibatun, doctor. Maridatun, patient. Mumarridatun, nurse. Alright, let's get started. The female doctors work hard to treat the female patients. Okay, female doctors over here is clearly the rafa, it's a doer, and it's female and it's plural. So we need to look at the Muslimatun chart now. Muslimatun chart, which is rafa, female and plural. The word is Muslimatun, and we know that the word for doctor is tabibatun. So Muslimatun, tabibatun. We need to change this into Muslimatun. And how do we do that? We just add alif and ta. So it becomes tabibatun. Tabibatun. Okay? Work hard to treat their female patients. Again, there, I'm sure you've done this enough. There means it can be female patients of theirs, which means that there over here is jar. Great. Now female patients is nasab, and there is female and plural. And we know the word for it is maridatun. So maridatun, muslimatin. Muslimatin is the nasab, right? So it will be maridatin. Got it? So طبيبات مريضات. Now the next sentence. One day, two female patients came to that clinic. First sentence. One day, two female patients. This is what we have to focus on. So it's two and then it's female. So dual and the gender is female. And of course Rafa, because they came. They are the one who did the action. So what word is that? It will be Muslimatani. Muslimatani is the word that's female and dual and rafa. So Maridatun Muslimatani. How do we change it? Yes, it's Maridatani. We just add alif nun at the end. Maridatani. Muslimatani, Maridatani. So one day Maridatani came to the clinic. The female doctor was busy with another patient. The female doctor was busy with another patient. So female doctor. First we see that it's singular. So we're just gonna use the word tabibatun as we learned it. Tabibatun. Why is it rafa? Because the action of busy was done by the female doctor. So tabibatun. Great. The hospital is like the second home of female doctors and nurses. Female doctors. Again, plural. Off is here, which means what you're going to do. Yes, it's jar. So tabibatin. Muslimatin is a jar, so tabibatin. And then nurses. We know the word for nurses is mumarridatun. Mumarridatun is the word for nurses. So mumarridatun has to be changed into muslimatin. Yes, just add an alif ta. Mumarridatin. That's what you need. The female nurse cleaned the room of an old female patient. Female nurse, mumarridatun. Why is it rafa? Because cleaned. And then an old female patient. And there's an off over here. Off means this will be jar. Therefore, it is. What does the female patient mean? What is the Arabic word for that? Yes, it's maridatun. And since it's jar off, it will become maridatin. Okay? And now this one. Two female nurses helped her and the room was cleaned quickly. Two female nurses. So this is Muslimatani. And we know that for nurses, for doctors we did tabibatani. So for nurses we will do mumarridatani. Muslimatani, mumarridatani. Got it? And why is it rafa? Of course, helped. A female doctor called the 3 female nurses to get the history of 3 new female patients. Okay, a female doctor called. A female doctor called. This means that this is singular, it's rafa, and it is female. So, Tabibatun called the 3 female nurses. Over here, this will be nasab because who was called? They were called. So, it's plural, it is female, and it is nasab. So, what's the word? Mumaridatin. To get the history of the 3 new patients, of 3 new patients, 3 new female patients. So of over here will be, so of means jar, obviously of means jar. So the female patients, and this will be jar, this will be plural, and this will be female. So the word that fits this one is muslimatin, and we know for patients is mumarridatun. So mumarridatin, we just added alif ta. So mumarridatin. So the last sentence of today's exercise will be a female doctor, tabibatun, called the 3 female nurses mumarridatin to get the history of the 3 new female patients. Maridatin. Great. So with that, today's exercise was done. You finally learned how we are going to apply the Muslimun chart and Muslimatun chart, and we translated some pretty heavy lessons, pretty heavy sentences today. So that's all for today. In the next lesson, we are going to be learning something about light and heavy. It's a new concept. I know it's a new concept, but you'll be learning about it. So see you in the next class. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please be sure to comment below. Thank you.